Hello everyone, my name is Sini and I'm currently a third year BBLLB law student from NMIMS Hyderabad. The topic which I am going to cover in today's video is concept of life under Article 21 of Indian Constitution. It is very evident that the judiciary has evolved from a positivist institute to an activist in the 20th century. However, when it comes to Article 21 of the Constitution, the judiciary has not been evolved in the judicial activism but also judiciary creativity. This video explains how the trend of interpreting Article 21 has changed over the years and understanding the concept of life under this article. Article 21 reads, "No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law." According to Judge Bhagwati, Article 21 embodies a constitutional value of supreme importance in a democratic society. Judge Iyer has characterized Article 21 as a procedural Magna Carta protective of life and liberty. This right has been held in the heart of the Constitution and the most organic and progressive provision in the living Constitution and foundation of our law. Article 21 can be claimed when a person is deprived of his life or personal liberty by the state as defined in Article 12. Violation of the right by private individual is not within the purview of Article 21. Article 21 secures two rights. First is right to life and second is right to personal liberty. The article prohibits the deprivation of the above rights except according to the procedure established by law. Now let us get into the meaning and concept of right to life. Everyone has a right to life, liberty and security of a person. The right to life is undoubtedly the most fundamental of all rights. All above rights add quality to the life in question and depend on the pre-existence of life itself for their operation. As a human being can only attach to living beings, one might accept the right of life itself to be in some sense primary, since none of the rights would have any value or utility without it. There could not have been no fundamental right worth mentioning if Article 21 has been interpreted in its original sense. This section will examine the right to life as interpreted and applied by the Supreme Court of India. Article 21 of the Constitution 1950 provides that no person shall be deprived of the life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. Life in Article 21 of the Constitution is not merely the physical act of breathing. It does not connote mere animal existence or continued durability through life. It is only a much wider meaning which includes right to live with human dignity, right to live livelihood, right to health, right to pollution-free air, etc. In Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration, the Supreme Court reiterated with approval the above observation and held that the right to life includes right to healthy life so as to enjoy all the facilities of a human being with the primary condition. It would even include the right to protection of person's tradition, culture, heritage, and all that gives meaning to man's life. It includes the right to live in peace, to sleep in peace, and the right to repose and health. Now let us get into the aspect of personal liberty. Menaka Gandhi versus Union of India is a landmark case of the post-emergence period. This case shows how rebel tendency has influenced the Supreme Court in matter of interpreting fundamental rights, particular Article 21. A great transformation has come about in the judicial attitude towards the protection of personal liberty. After the traumatic experience of emergence during 1975 to 1977, when personal liberty has reached the lowest. The period characterized as the dark period in the Indian Constitution history, as became clear from the Supreme Court pronouncement in ADM Jabalpur versus Shiv Kant Shukla, popularly known as the habeas corpus case, and has been severely criticized by scholars in India. This case showed that Article 21, as interpreted in Gopalan, could not be play any role in proving any protection against any harsh law seeking to deprive a person of his life or personal liberty. After emergence, it is realized that the power in order to preventive detention was misused by the official missionary during the emergency, and something could be done so that such a situation might not be repeated in future. According to Article 359 of the Constitution, was amended by 44th Amendment to nullify some amendments made in 42nd. Thus, by the 44th Amendment, Article 20 and 21 never be suspended even during emergency, and other fundamental rights won't suspend automatically. It needs separate orders by President. In fact, this case had acted as an accelerating agent for the transformation of judicial view on Article 21. The expression personal liberty in Article 21 were given an expansion interpretation. The court emphasized that expression of personal liberty is a wide amplitude covering a variety of rights which go to constitute the personal liberty of man. A expression ought not to be read in a narrow and restricted sense so as to exclude those attributes of personal liberty which is specifically dealt with Article 19. Some of the recent cases under Article 21 is the Supreme Court allows women to enter the Sabrimala temple, says exclusive practices violates right to worship under Article 25, Article 14 and 21. Rule disallowing women in Sabrimala are unconstitutional and violative in Article 21. Supreme Court struck Victorian era Section 497 in IPC as unconstitutional. Pled filed in Supreme Court challenging the unconstitutional validity of Section 497 of IPC by an NRI from Kerala, Joseph Stein, who was his petition, said Section 497 was a prima facie unconstitutional on the ground that it discriminates men and violates Article 14, Article 15 and 21 of the Constitution. So, the conclusion of this video is that the right to life and personal liberty has a wide impact which is only growing over time. There has been increasing awareness about the various aspects of a person's life which he or she is entitled to control and which could thus facilitate enhancement in quality of his or her life. This right has been described as the heart and soul of Indian Constitution by the Supreme Court and certainly proves it to be so, representing the very basic necessity of a human being. So I hope that this video helped you to understand the concept of life and Article 21 in detail. Thank you.